morning. How you doing over there, bub?
What?
How you doing over there?
Waiting for the coffee to hit.
What are we doing today?
Antiquing.
Antiquing, that's right. We found some estate sales that we're gonna go to. Oh, thank you. And then we are also gonna go to a few antique shops. One gas lamp and then another gas lamp too. Then, do we have any other ones we're going to? What about some of those on Instagram?
What?
Isn't there some in East Nashville?
Yeah.
We can check them out.
I'm obsessed with vintage watches.
You're obsessed with everything vintage.
Yeah, she's styling. I like that. But we could buy pillow inserts. I'm sure these. This is a cool thing too.
Vlog. I just got to my house. I am here to pick out some mirrors. I have a ton saved on my phone and I'm just gonna kind of hold them up and see what I think will look best where. Mirrors have been throwing me through a loop because I have been learning just so much about balancing the weight of things, certain textures, tones, and like pairing it all together. And I really just want to get this right, and I feel like it's so much harder when you're designing your own home because you just have such high expectations and you want it to be perfect, and you not only want it to like look good and all feel really cohesive, but you also want it to be a vibe that you want to live in and be in every single day. And like that is the part that I've been having so much trouble on being decisive with, because like we've designed other little homes and it's a lot easier to do a home that's not going to be yours because your job is just to select your vibe for the home and then to create that as much as possible. But when you're living in it yourself, there's like so many factors that go into it. And so it's been such a crazy process, but I'm learning so much about designing this scale of a home because it's obviously a lot larger than the homes that Michael and I have done as investments. But before I go in the house, I need to post Snapchat and an ad on TikTok and Instagram. So here is the upstairs so far. We have the railings in, and as you can see, we have the curved edges, which I feel like makes such a difference in just the feeling of the space. And so that was a must. I fought so hard to make that happen. So I am just absolutely obsessed. And then we also added little jewelry pieces to the railings. I feel like this just gives it so much more character. And yeah, I love it. So I just want to show you how adorable these sconces are. They look like a little flower bud. Here's one of our upstairs bedrooms. I'm obsessed with the windows. I feel like it just showcases all of the nature outside and it just feels like its own art piece. This is also one of our moody bathrooms. And then the flooring right here, I'm just so obsessed with. I love the pebble look. It just gives it such an earthy vibe. Also, here is our mudroom slash scullery. I am so obsessed with the way that it is coming out. You guys, this wood texture is, I think I've shown you this in a previous video, but the wood texture is just so yummy. I love it. I just got home and I am so tired. It's like 6:30, maybe almost 7. And I really don't feel like cooking dinner tonight. So I just texted Michael Thai with the little eye emojis. So we'll see what he says. If he's like, no, I need it healthy, then I'll real. So I need to run a couple of errands. I'm gonna go and pick up fabric samples for our couch from our builder's office, and then I'm gonna run over 2 of our kitchen pendants that have finally arrived. I'm so excited to see them in there. I feel like it's just gonna tie the whole place together. I have learned so much about lighting and just like what my style is, and we made a couple mistakes and ordered some lights that I'm just not a fan of. It just doesn't feel like us. Like, we love like a high quality but also casual and a little like antique and rustic feeling when it comes to the lighting, and a couple of them just feel a little too shiny and flashy, so we are going to be replacing them. A couple of them we're going to do in time because lighting is expensive, so we need to just replace the ones that are like a must, which is definitely the kitchen, and then we also are replacing the master stairwell light because that just didn't come out the way we thought it was. Like, it looks completely different than the photos online. It's like this weird cord going through. That's the other thing about lighting, is all of them have cords up the chains, and like I never noticed that in other homes until we started building homes, and it's like all my eye goes to. Like, a tip when choosing lighting is finding some sort of like application as to how like the cord is placed. So like sometimes they can hide it in a rod, or if it's the same color as the chain, they can like tightly pull it up and it won't be as noticeable. So those are just a couple of tips when it comes to buying new lighting for your house. Anyways, I am gonna go and pick up those samples and then run over to the house. Alright, I just picked up the sample. I'm gonna show you really quick. Or if you can't hear me, it's so hot, so I have the AC going. But anyways, this right here is gonna go in the mudroom, and then when I get there, I'm gonna show you it in the space. But it's this really cool, like very textured. There's a couple of different colors, which I like because I feel like when it's one solid color, it can feel a little bit too simple or too bland, and I feel like when there's multiple colors in here, it just helps give the space a lot more personality. And if you get dirt on it, or you spill something, or say like a dog puts their nails on it, rips it a little bit, it definitely hides the wear and tear. And so that's for the mudroom slash scullery. We have a little bench in there. This is for the kitchen banquette. It is really cute. Again, it's very similar to the scullery, but it just is a little bit more brown and warm, and I feel like it's gonna look really good in this space. And it has little specks of like a dark brown, which I feel like is gonna help tie in the lighting, all of our hardware, little things like that. And then this is the fabric going in Michael's closet. We have these little benches, so yeah, it's just like this dark, like neutral brown, and it's really soft. Then in my closet, we are putting in this, it's kind of like a neutral browny green. Like, there is little bits of green in there. I don't know if you can tell, but anyways, this is gonna look so good. I'm so excited for that. And I feel like the two of them like next to each other look really good anyways. You can see both of our benches like if you're standing in a certain spot, and so it'll all feel like the same vibe, just more masculine and more feminine. Now this is our couch sample color. It's this really soft buccal boucle? I don't know. I need to learn all of the lingo. I need to learn how to pronounce things. I need to learn what certain styles are and how to create them. Guys, I have a long way to go. Anyways, this is the couch fabric. It is really soft boucle fabric, and it kind of is like a light brown slash tan. It's warm, but it has hints of like a warm gray, which I think is gonna help tie in the stone. It's gonna help tie the outside to the inside, which I love. I love when the outside of the house feels like the same vibe as the inside of the house, and I feel like you do that with like a lot of like colors and shapes and things like that. So I love that. Anyways, I'm gonna go take these samples and the kitchen lights over to the house and show you what's gonna go where. And yeah. These are the current kitchen lights. I think they're just not giving the vibe that I want. I feel like they're a little bit too flashy and gaudy, and I wanted to just feel a little more homey and casual. There's a couple of things that I'm just learning about myself and my style, and to also like be really strong with what my gut is telling me about a design decision, but just like a preference. And I'm just not feeling this vibe. So we are going to switch them out. I'm not going to take the lights out of the box to show you guys yet, but I will show you the picture on the box so you can kind of see more of what I'm talking about. So right here, this is the light that we chose. It's a little bit more casual and homey and just kind of gives off that cozy vibe that I'm looking for. I also like that the shade is a light off-white color because that's the color of our wall, so I feel like it's gonna like tie it all together. This right here is our mudroom bench, and I'm gonna pull out all the samples and show you what it's gonna look like. This is the lighter one. Here's it up close, and as you can see, our cabinets are a very like neutral milky brown, I would say, and our hardware is more of like an oil rubbed bronze, so it's like a really dark brown, and this has little specks of dark brown in it. Our countertops look like this, so I feel like it's gonna tie in the light countertops with everything else. What I love too is that the color of our pavers is in this fabric as well, so it just helps and it gives a little personality. Now this is our kitchen banquette. So here's the fabric that we chose. I think that it is so pretty. I love the little speckles of dark, which is gonna tie in our sconces. Also, I just love too that it's not one solid color. It's still neutral and not super loud. Here is the fabric for our couch. As you can see, it's kind of like a light brown gray. A lot of the colors in it are the colors in our fireplace, so I think it's gonna look really good. And then here is my closet bench fabric. In person, it's a little bit more green, so it's kind of hard to tell tones through the camera. And then here's Michael's bench fabric, which is really beautiful too.